Warspite is a super rare rarity battleship from the Royal Navy and is a part of the Queen Elizabeth class of battleship. She's available either through Heavy Construction, the Medal of Honor shop for 80 medals, or the Medal of Honor requisition. Warspite, nicknamed the Grand Old Lady, was launched from the HM Dockyard on the 26th of December 1913, commissioned on the 8th of March 1915, decommissioned on the 1st of February 1945, stricken on the 19th of April 1947, and scrapped also in 1947. Warspite did the usual tasks a British battleship did in the First World War, Interwar, and Second World War periods. Here are her more interesting exploits. Scored her first hit during the Battle of Jutland against KMS Von der Tann. Had Warrant Officer Walt Yeo become one of the first people to receive plastic surgery after being wounded in one of the 15 hits scored against Warspite during Jutland. Collided with HMS Valiant during a night exercise. Became the flagship of the Mediterranean Fleet. Was accidentally rammed in heavy fog by a Romanian civilian ship. Heavily damaged Z-13 and hit Z-17 and Z-12 during the attack on Narvik. Made one of, if not the longest range gunnery hits from a moving ship to another moving ship during the Battle of Calabria, where she hit the Italian battleship Giulio Cesare, piercing its rear funnel and exploding within the ship. Sank 2 destroyers and the heavy cruisers RN Fiume and Zara while chasing after RN Pola and Vittorio Veneto during the Battle of Cape Matapan. Led Vittorio Veneto and RN Italia into internment at Malta after their capture and surrender, and bombarded Normandy during the D-Day landings with only 2 of her 4 main guns working. In her base character art drawn by MD, Warspite wears a gray and white double-breasted with 4 golden buttons and gold lining tunic underneath a black crop-top long-sleeve jacket with rolled red and gold cuffs and epaulets. White gloves, a white scarf around her neck with gold anchors near the ends, armored headband around the back of her head, her hair done up to look like a corgi, black drawstring panties, white knee-high socks, and white shoes with pink bows on them. Her rigging consists of multiple armatures attached to her waist and back. Directly behind her is a radio mast, with there being 2 armatures to her left and right that have ship hulls with wooden decks acting as shielding. 2 larger double-barreled naval cannons on both of her sides, and 2 smaller double-barrel naval cannons attached to her hips. She also carries a large gold, steel, and red sword in her right hand. In her voice lines, voiced by Sumeri Uesaka, who also voices Nona and Piotan in Girls und Panzer, Sane Dekamori in Love and Chunibyo, the Fubuki class, Soryu and Hiryu in Kankol, Shaltir Bloodfallen in Overlord, Karin Nanase in Inspector, Hayase Nagatoro in Nagatoro, Chloe in Dragon Maid, Susanna Rondel in Villainous Isekai, Kyoko Jingu in Yahisama, Hahari Hanazono in 100 Girlfriends, Konami Amanatsu in Losing Heroines, Moza Nagant, Makarov, PPSH-41, AS Val, and PPS-43 in Girls Frontline, Halasena in Grand Blue Fantasy, Seiko and Nanaha Mukoda in Like a Dragon, Izumo no Ukuni in Fate Grand Order, Agnes Tachyon in Uma Musume, Exia and Drake in Nikkei, Kasumi Kunagawa in Blue Archive, and Obsidian in Star Rail. Warspite often talks of her military history and prowess.
クイーンエリザベス級高速戦艦ウォースパイト。移動する目標に対する長距離射撃の命中記録を持ってるの。絶体絶命の出撃を何度も奇跡的に生き抜いてきたわ。きっとすべて私の運命よ。指揮官、ロイヤルネイビーの歴史を知りたい？私を従えた将軍たちの話をしようかしら。ダメコンが作動しない？ソーラ装置もコントロールできなくなった。ちょっと肝心な時に。より遠くの敵をやっつけられるようになったわ。指揮官、出撃するならこのウォースパイトに任せてちょうだい。大事なところが成長していないって？広角砲の的にでもなりたいのかしら。
At level 125 with max affinity and enhancements, base Warspite has 7,968 HP, 431 firepower, 224 AA, 161 reload, 34 evasion, heavy armor, 24 speed, 78 accuracy, 90 luck, and consumes 15 oil. Base Warspite has one skill, which is upgraded when she has her unique augment module, Old Lady's Royal Sword, equipped, and focuses on dealing damage. Her first skill, Divine Marksman, is upgraded to Divine Marksman Plus when she has her unique augment module, Old Lady's Royal Sword, equipped. Her first skill, Divine Marksman, is upgraded to Divine Marksman Plus when she has her unique augment module equipped. When at level 10 and every 15 seconds, she fires a special barrage that is guaranteed to crit against the enemy furthest from her. Also 5 seconds after the battle starts and every 15 seconds thereafter, Warspite performs an attack with her sword that prioritizes humanoid foes and inflicts the marksman's target status on foes hit. Those with the status take plus 12% damage from Warspite. The recommended equipment for base and retrofitted Warspite is the prototype triple 406mm Mark II main gun mount, currently the best high explosive gun for shelling, the prototype triple 180mm B1P model 1932, a good generalized light cruiser gun for shooting down kamikaze boats, the twin 76mm RF Mark 37, the best AA gun for main fleet ships, the 6 CRH AP shell to increase main gun crit damage on Royal Navy ships, the Admiralty Fire Control Table, which is the best general use auxiliary equipment for battleships, and her unique augment module, the Old Lady's Royal Sword, which upgrades her first skill and buffs her firepower and accuracy. To fully retrofit Warspite, you will need Warspite at max limit break and level 90, 2 dupes of Warspite or 2 golden bullets, 18 tier 2 and 20 tier 3 battleship retrofit blueprints, 50 tier 3 auxiliary parts and 40 tier 3 gun parts, the Warrior's Prowess item available in the prototype shop for 2,000 specialized cores, and 53,000 coins. In a retrofit art, presumably drawn by the same artist, Warspite's outfit doesn't really change all that much. Her white scarf and coat have a bit more detail than previously, her knee highs are changed out for thigh highs, and she's changed her shoes for boots. Her rigging does have a ton of changes though. All of her dual-barreled main guns are now the same size, with some having radio mass hanging off of them, and the ship hulls used as armor are now attached to the main guns instead of being kinda separate armatures like they used to be. She also has some secondary guns attached to her waist now. When at level 125, fully retrofitted, and at max affinity and enhancements, retrofitted Warspite has 8,208 HP, 451 firepower, 294 AA, 181 reload, 34 evasion, heavy armor, 24 speed, 103 accuracy, 90 luck, 99 anti-sub, and consumes 15 oil. When fully retrofitted, Warspite both gains an upgrade to her original skill and gains a second skill, which focuses on dealing damage and buffing herself. This is a wall of text even on the wiki, but I'll try my best to condense it down. When retrofitted and equipped with her unique augment module, Divine Marksman becomes Divine Marksman ++, and at level 10 it increases the main gun efficiency by 10%, 10 seconds after the battle starts and every 15 seconds thereafter she fires a Divine Marksman barrage that deals guaranteed crits against the foe furthest away from her. In each battle, the first time this barrage procs, the damage it deals is increased by 130% and increases the probability that Royal Navy main fleet ships will target the hit foe with their auto-aim fire. 5 seconds after the battle starts and every 15 seconds thereafter, Warspite performs a Royal Sword attack that inflicts Marksman's target status on foes hit. The foes with this status take 12% more damage from Warspite. And when her Divine Marksman barrage procs, if there's a foe with the Marksman's target status on the field, another Divine Marksman barrage is fired that prioritizes that marked enemy. Her second skill, the Royal Navy Legend at level 10, reduces the spread range of her main guns by 5, increases her firepower by 15%, and her hit rate against destroyers by another 15%. If you're unfamiliar with most ultra-rare ships, they're almost always going to be high recommendations, if not a top priority to build, and Warspite, of course, is no exception. Glossing over her base version very quickly, she's decent, but only having one skill does hinder her usability a bit, though it can be partially fixed with her augment module. Her retrofit, as mentioned before, is amazing. Great stats, a first skill that, with augment module, fires multiple barrages, buffs friendly main fleet ships, makes her foes take more damage from her, and also hits multiple foes at the same time. Her second skill is nice to have, making her fire a bit more accurate and raising her firepower, but is very much overshadowed by her S1. She works best in boss fleet since her barrages deal crits against the foe that is furthest away from her, which in boss fleets tends to be the boss. That being said, you have to jump through a ludicrous amount of multiple hoops and really invest heavily in Warspite to get her to that level. Raising her level to be 90 plus, getting her to max limit break, and having dupes or bullens left over for the retrofit, getting the necessary materials and 53,000 coins just to complete the retrofit, and also investing all that money into the augment module can be quite heavy if you're a newer player or just don't have that many resources. The barrage also does take a while to charge back up once fired, but she's 100% worth the investment to use. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Uma Musume videos as well.